Hi y'all, this is So Blessed. Welcome to the blessed place. Daneka's got a man at home. Yes, my baby sister, Daneka D. Hill. She's got a man, y'all. And I'm so happy for her. But you know, as her big sister, I have some unsolicited words of advice for her, right? Anybody else who's listening and you want to glean some of this advice, be my guest. But Daneka, this is for you. Yes, unsolicited. But you know that's how I do. Okay, I will call these 5 ways to hold on to your love. But first, let me preface this by saying that I am by no means or stretch of the imagination an expert relationship advisor. But has that ever stopped me before? Not. Okay, so let's get to it. 5 ways to hold on to your love. Number 1. Actions speak louder than words. Now, yeah, this might sound like an old adage or old cliche, but it's really true. So, listen to his words, yes, but watch his actions, because his actions will speak louder than his words. Actions speak volumes and far more loudly than words. So if he says, I like you, I'm digging you, I'm falling in love with you, do his actions line up with that? I won't go on with that point, but I'm sure you'll know how to detect whether his actions and words are lining up, and if his actions are speaking louder than those words. Number 2, keep the lines of communication open. I truly believe that there could not have been a more perfect saying that men are from Mars and women are from Venus, especially when it comes to communication. So keep those lines of communication open. Don't just assume, as most of us women do, that men should think the way we think, and they should know what's going on with us, and they should understand why we feel the way we do. Sometimes they don't have a clue. In Mars, there's a whole different kind of communication that goes on there. So we have to clue them in and teach them about the communication on Venus. So just to give you an example, you may be upset about something, and you may think he very well should know why you're upset. And he's clueless, like, baby, what's wrong? Baby, what's wrong? And that just infuriates you even more when they say, baby, what's wrong? Because you're saying, you got to be kidding me, that you actually don't know what's wrong. Believe them, they don't know what's wrong. So keep those lines of communications open, but you might have to kind of school him on how we communicate on Venus. Number 3, don't expect perfection, but don't accept anything less than what you expect. I will tell you a very, very little known secret. I don't think they taught us this on Venus. But men not only love a challenge, they respect women who give them a challenge. They want a challenge, and they want a woman to make them rise to the occasion. So set your standard. Not the standard that I have for you, not the standard that other people have imposed upon you, not the standard of what your parents think you should have, but you set your standard. And then have him rise to your standard. Don't lower your standard. Don't lower your expectation. But again, none of us are perfect. And who wants a boring, perfect person? Yet, although you don't expect perfection, you don't accept anything less than what you expect and what you have set as your standard. Believe me, it's a little known fact that a lot of women think they have to lower their standard in order to get or keep a man. It's totally opposite. You set your standard and you set that bar, and that man thrives in trying to reach that bar and even surpass it. Number 4, be you. Be real. That means the good, bad, and the ugly. I think this is another mistake that we often make as women. We present men our very best in the dating stages, in the infatuation stages, in the getting to know you stages. I mean, of course, who doesn't want to put their best foot forward? Who doesn't want to look good for their man, smell good for their man? But you gotta think, if you are only showing him the good, if you're only showing him your best made up face, your nicest, kindest, most sweetest attitude, and he never sees the ugly, he never sees what you look like when you roll out of bed with no makeup and no hair, and he doesn't see how you act when you get mad, hurt, disappointed, angry, and then after the relationship progresses or even into the marital stage, he finds out, oh my God, she doesn't look like I thought she looked, she doesn't act like I thought she act, then that's unfair. So be you, be real, be authentic, and let him see the good, bad, and the ugly. Number 5 and final unsolicited advice of how to hold on to your love. Don't lose yourself totally in your man or your relationship. You are responsible for your own happiness. Any man that comes along should add to your happiness. And if he's causing you more sad days and more angry days and more mad days and more anxious days than before he came along, then, in my opinion, of course, he is not the one. I don't mean you specifically, Daneka. I just mean men in general. If he's not adding and complimenting to your happiness, that gigolo has got to go. But don't totally lose yourself in a man. If you have girlfriends, don't cut off your girlfriends because you got a man. There are certain places you like to go, things you like to do. Don't stop doing those things because you got a man. I'll invite him to join you, or either continue to do those things by yourself or with your girlfriend. Of course, you want to incorporate your new love or your new friend or your new boyfriend into your life. I mean, what good is to having, a mate, a boyfriend, fiance, whatever, if, you're not going to have that companionship that we all desire. But don't totally lose yourself where, some women, and I know we've all heard of these women who they no longer hang around their family, they no longer call their friends, they no longer can go out without their significant other. When they do go out or talk to someone else, the conversation is exclusively about him. No. Don't lose yourself in a man. I personally believe a man wants a woman who has it going on in her own life. And he's like, well, dang, she has it going on in life. She's enjoying life. I want to be a part of that over there. you know. Anyways, Daneka and any other young lady who heard this, those are my 5 unsolicited words of wisdom of how to hold on to your love. I hope it's been helpful. And Daneka, I'm so happy for you. I've met him and he's a very nice young man. So I hope that it moves in the direction that both of you, and especially you, want it to move. Alrighty, y'all be blessed and see y'all next time. Bye bye.